The Los Angeles fires are still burning, but homeowners are already rushing to file insurance claims.
Standing on a wreckage like this, I'm just sort of like piecing together room by room, how much is each room gonna be. I see here is a master bathroom. That's gonna be probably $25,000, $30,000.
Anssi Viljanen is a public insurance adjuster. He negotiates claims with private insurance companies on behalf of the policyholder. Today, he's starting to calculate the scale of the loss line item by line item.
This would be a living room. This wall right here, did we have drywall or did we have plaster? So if it's plaster throughout the whole house, again, it's a lot easier to rack up the estimate. We have a kitchen here. It's almost like a treasure hunt of trying to find the most expensive bits and pieces.
Public adjusters try to get their clients more money from insurance companies, and they take a percentage of the payout.
A lot of people think that it's burnt down. It says $1 million on my policy. Now I'm gonna get $1 million. Unfortunately, not how it's gonna work. We had one where a house was burned down to the slab. It's insured for $1.9 million. And then the carrier comes in and says, well, here's $600,000. That's really where the public adjuster then comes in and points out those bits and pieces that are missing. What we're seeing right now is as bad as it gets. It's probably gonna be 2 years before we can even break ground.
This house is one of at least 7,000 structures in the neighborhood of Altadena destroyed by the Eaton Fire.
Good morning.
Since the fires, Viljanen says he's been working nonstop. Every morning he gathers with his team to discuss the latest updates.
A lot of times the question is like, okay, well, if you guys maximize our claim, does that mean that our premiums are gonna go even higher? And the reality of it is, everybody's rates are gonna go up regardless.
And share tips for filing claims.
I think we're gonna meet this a lot with any of the fires. The moment a concrete is heated past a certain point, it does disseminate the heat to everything underneath it. So that slab does need to go.
Oh yeah. Alrighty.
Taking on these claims is particularly important for Viljanen. He and his family also had to evacuate because of the fires.
That's what we grabbed. I got our baby box over there. That's a family heirloom. We didn't know where we might go, so we got a tent over there.
Access to the affected areas is still heavily restricted, but some residents are trickling back into the neighborhoods to see if their homes are still standing. Viljanen went with one of his clients to inspect the damage.
I can't believe it's here. It's here, man.
It's so amazing that it's still here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of us here, and this is the only house that survived.
Talk about a close call.
Embers.
What is this?
Embers.
Huh?
Stain marks.
Well, finding your home still standing is a huge relief. These claims, where the damage is primarily from smoke, pose a particular challenge.
This is going to be one of the more technical insurance fights. If it was up to us, yeah, I could hash this out in an afternoon. The insurance world, that's not how long it takes. The last dollar will not be paid for at least another year and a half, especially on these partially damaged houses. For Jorge's family, obviously, the most important thing is to now just be in housing. The reality of it is, you're homeless, but you're still paying mortgage. And you're hoping that your additional living expenses coverage from your insurance policy still has enough money. And it's gonna be really, really hard for people to have staying power to come to the point where you're able to reconstruct.
The cost of insured benefits could reach $30 billion, according to one estimate from Morningstar DBRS. It's putting pressure on an already strained system. Before the fires, some private insurers cut coverage for thousands of people in wildfire-prone areas. New regulations will prevent insurers from abandoning these neighborhoods completely, but they will also allow companies to raise rates. The president of the Personal Insurance Federation of California, an industry trade group, told the Journal that rates will probably go up, but the new regulations should stabilize premiums.
Like 10 years from now, is this whole valley going to be built? Who knows? So there's a real possibility where maybe this guy builds, this one doesn't, that one doesn't. We, as public adjusters, we're wanting to have the conversation. How are we going to exit out of this situation? Are we going to sit tight? Are we going to move out of state? Do we need to sell perhaps to a developer? Do we try to weather the storm, keep paying mortgage, hold on to the construction money for 2 or 3 years, and then rebuild after we've gone through the whole hassle of getting that money in the first place?